All right, guys, let's take a look at this colorway of this solar chronograph, Seiko. Here is the part number and hang tag, the Seiko SSC917, retail price $750 using the caliber V192. So that is basically just a solar chronograph with it has a running seconds hand. You can see that over to the left. And then you have a couple other sub dials there that will give you multiple information. And we'll try to cover a few of those when we do the video, but let's just get into the size. Before we do that, I have to say big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for sending this over for me to check out and then share it with you guys so you guys can get a good look at it too. So I'll put all the contact information down below in the description so you can get a hold of Exquisite Timepieces, and my direct contact there is Nick. So tell him I sent you. All right, case size, we're looking at a 39.5 millimeter case. The lug to lug is a 46 millimeter, which is kind of on the stubby side, but you also have these links here that extend out just a little bit further, but they curve down nicely. So it's a smaller chronograph, guys. So whether you prefer a smaller watch or your wrist dictates that you wear a smaller watch, this Seiko chronograph is going to work for you. The thickness is 13.5 millimeter. It has a sapphire crystal that is single domed, so you can see how the distortion kicks in. If it was double domed, you'd be able to see that even at that angle, but it is a single dome sapphire crystal. You have a 20 millimeter lug width there, so if you want to play around, this would look good with some really cool leather straps. Maybe if you could find some stitching on it that matched the color of the indices and handset to set it off, or maybe just even white would look good. I feel like that would be a cool colorway to play around with, or just wear it on the black bracelet that it comes with. It's a really nice pairing. You have a 7 millimeter crown. It is just a push-pull. It is not a screw-down crown, but it does have 100-meter water resist on this thing. You, of course, have your chronograph pushers, too. You don't want to operate any of those while you're underwater. Otherwise, you will compromise the water resistance for sure. So let's zoom in on this guy, take a closer look. The cool thing about this colorway, whatever model you pick from Seiko, there's a few different ones that use this colorway where it has the black coated case and bracelet, but the real trick of it is that printing, or the color they use for the lume on the handset and the indices. It just looks like it's glowing already, right? Of course, we'll do a lume shot at the end. Let's get this chronograph started. So we go ahead and push that pusher there. You can see the chronograph hand starts ticking away. Like I said, you do have a running seconds over here at the 9 o'clock position. Down here, when I hit the chronograph, if you were paying attention, this is going to start counting your 60-minute marks. You can see it's already slowly moving as it progresses around. And then, of course, over here at the 3 o'clock position, and if actually, there's another thing there. If you hit the light just right, you can see that's where the solar cell is. So that's why those subdials have like a weird look to them, because that's how it gets its solar energy power. So this subdial over here is a 24-hour register, and then you have your date just past the 4 o'clock position. It's kind of submerged down into the dial, and I mentioned this before on the other colorways of this model. It's a little difficult to read, definitely when you have double digits. Like right there, I'm having a hard time to see if this is a 6 or an 8 or a 16 or what it is. So that would be my main gripe with this one. But I'm 47 years old. You know, if you're younger, which a lot of you guys are, maybe you can read that just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and stop that, and we'll reset it. And you can see it zeroes out. And then if we wait a little while, this subdial down here, you can also see an F and an E. It's also going to give you, if you let it sit for a while, I think it should jump around to it, it will give you your power level for your solar charged battery. It'll tell you. So, of course, you can quickly adjust the handset. You just pop that out. Actually, when I popped it out, it does it. So you can see it shows that it's full. But you can adjust the time here easily, and also that is how you're going to adjust the date. So if you push that in and you pop this out 1, that's where you would adjust the date. Very easily done. And then you can get it going again. So pretty easy to use. Let's pop this on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. There it is. It works great for my wrist size, and it'll work great for even a lot smaller wrist. You can see I still have plenty of real estate with a 7 1/4 inch wrist, so this would easily go down to, you know, 6 1/2, 6 3/4 inch wrist, no problem. Did we take a look at the case back? I don't think we did. I don't think this is like a special or limited edition or anything like that. I don't see any indication that it is, and I didn't see anything online saying that it was, but really smooth case back there, no sharp edges or anything. All right, let's give this thing a quick blast with the UV light, kill the studio lights, and check the lume on this. It's Seiko, so lume is going to be good, but it looks cool. Lights on, lights out, whatever. It looks like it's glowing when the lights are on, and it actually glows when the lights are off. So thanks for watching. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces and the crew down in Naples, Florida for continuing to send me some really cool watches. See you on the next video.